Jets fans, welcome back to another session of Knicks Bros TV here on Jets Talk. Couple of awesome news. I know the Knicks started out with a terrible loss, but they went ahead and went to Cleveland and spoiled the homecoming for LeBron. And expect a video on that either from me or my brother Sunday night. And then also make sure you watch my brother's post game after the Giants and the Indianapolis Colts. I'd like to go ahead and thank our viewers or subscribers. Also, I'd like to thank a couple of people that have really left some awesome comments. This is the main objective of this channel is, obviously we like the subscribers, we'd like you guys to share our videos, but the main thing is to be able to hold these conversations. And, when I read these comments, there's some intelligent comments rather than, Jets suck, ... So I'd like to go ahead and thank the NY Jets 15, Young J00, awesome guy. Watch his channel, guys. I mean, him and I just go back and forth all the time, which is much appreciated. And the next individual I'm going to attempt to pronounce the name. I apologize if I say it wrong. It's Rallo Efficient. And then the next individual is going to be Victor Williams. So again, thank you guys for commenting. A couple of things. Today is Saturday night, waiting for the Chiefs game. I'm not too anxious about it, but really like to see the first team reps with Michael Vick and it being able to pay off, to see where Michael Vick is right now, mentally, physically, because this week he actually had a chance to be able to take those first team reps, and I really like to see the result of it. Again, 1 week isn't enough, but it's much better than the condition that he was put in last game. So I really want to see that. He did come out and say that he's anxious to play for the Jets, be able to start. Again, one key thing that Young J00 mentioned in one of his videos, and which I mentioned as well, is looking at his body language the last 2 weeks where he's been able to play, he hasn't been that enthusiastic. It's like he doesn't want to play. And again, it might be because he doesn't have confidence in himself and the playbook, just because he hasn't been able to get those first team reps. So it does make sense. In other news, Chris Johnson, you will like this one, guys. Chris Johnson came out and said, I'm not happy for the play time that I get. Oh, okay, good. Would you like to leave now, or would you like to leave later when the season's done with? Because here's a couple of interesting stats for Chris Johnson for you. The last 2 years that he's been with the Tennessee Titans, he's been over 1,000 yards. I'm going to go through a couple of the games that he had with the Jets. So our first game, we played the Raiders, our only win. If you guys remember that one, it's probably the best moment of the year. He had 13 carries versus the Raiders. 12 carries versus Green Bay the next week. The week after that, 10 carries against Chicago. Whoop. Then he had 6 carries against Detroit. It just got less, and even less than it is. You know why? Because Chris Ivory beat you to it, big guy. That's exactly what it is. Welcome to capitalism. Welcome to competition. I'm telling you. Nope. Keep being frustrated, Chris Johnson. The only time he saw bigger carries, that was against the New England Patriots. You want to know why that is, Chris Johnson? Because Chris Ivory was getting out of breath because he kept running all over the Patriots. Again, another game we lost, but at least we stayed true to a running game. And I'll kind of get back to why we should go back to the running game when I talk about the Chiefs game. So, overall, Chris Johnson, you have ran 67 times, 268 yards, 4 yards every carry, and 1 touchdown. And you're worried about your lack of play time? You should be worried if you're not going to be on this team next year. You're a waste of money. John Idzik, way to go, big guy. Next news, Matt Sims is probably going to be our second-string quarterback because Geno Smith is hurt with a shoulder. Why is Geno Smith still on the team is my question. Now, till that gets answered, in the meantime, Matt Sims will be our second-string quarterback. maybe I believe a third. But either way, he used to be on the practice squad. But the fact that he's going to be on the sideline, prepared just in case something happens. Matt Sims, I don't know what to say of him. I mean, I don't think he's going to be the future. I don't know what our future looks like. We definitely have a lot of questions for the future. I think with the purchase that we had with Percy Harvin, I don't see us making any bigger purchases for the wide receiver position since we have committed to Curley and we just signed Decker and then now we got Percy Harvin. I don't really see us going after to get a wide receiver. We definitely need a quarterback. Michael Vick is in his 14th season. If you're banking on him, then you're banking on a retirement plan that is not going to go too well, no matter how good he plays. Michael Vick to this day does not protect the ball. Definitely, he's a much better answer to Geno Smith that we know. So I'm not going to sit and say that's not the case. But, again, we need a franchise quarterback. That's what I've been saying. When if I did support Geno Smith, was the fact that I was sick and tired of not having a franchise quarterback, and that's what I want. In other news, the fans have created a website to fire John Idzik. I will place this website down to the link below so you guys can go click on it. If you agree to it or don't agree to it, just go ahead and check it out. Again, it's plain and simple. It's called firejohnidzik.com. I wonder who the marketing mastermind was behind that, but it makes a lot of sense. And last but not least, I did want to talk about a couple of potential players that will be a free agent, and I just really targeted the cornerback position. We will have Ike Taylor and Brandon Flowers that are a couple of top corners that are going to be free agents next year, and I figured to see what you guys' take is on who we should sign as a cornerback position because, I don't know how much we can count on Milner with him being injury prone and the struggles that we're going to have because I believe Wilson's going to be a free agent from the Jets, so he's going to be off the team. He can't catch the ball worth of nothing. I mean, he's garbage. And, I think Pryor definitely has potential as our safety, but he's got to do much better in his coverage than he has. So that's really that. You guys, leave me your comments. Let me know what you think about Michael Vick. Also, there's been rumors. My brother texted me while I was at work. He said there's rumors about Johnny Football coming to the Jets. Here's the thing. This is my feeling of Johnny Football. I like Johnny Football. I like that cocky attitude. I mean, it reminds me a little bit of Joe Namath. Obviously, I've never seen Joe Namath play, but from the videos and documentaries that I've seen, he's just a controversial type of guy, and he backed it up in college. Now, I haven't seen too much of his, preseason games when he played for Cleveland. And this is the other thing. As much as I like that, as much as it'll be a nice script to write, but here's the thing. The Jets' scripts lately have been terrible. We make horrible movies. I don't want to bring Johnny Manziel in because of one thing. Because he's not guaranteed. The reason why I say that is the past 4 or 5 years we've turned this Jets team, and I hate to say it because ESPN loves to use this, is we've turned this team into a circus. We're doing just fine with Mark Sanchez. Yeah, we had that butt fumble thing that quite honestly, just got overblown. And obviously the network that kept repeating it lives in New England Patriots land. So obviously, you know what their objective is. We went ahead and got Tebow. We all know how that worked out. This whole Geno Smith fluke. And now bringing a guy named, Johnny Football, all it is going to bring us more controversy. It's going to split up the fan base. And at the end of the day, the most important thing is it won't give us, a 85% chance of having a franchise quarterback, a decent quarterback, someone with decent stats. And that's my feeling on it. You know what? Let's stop playing. Let's stop being on the edge. Let's stop, bringing these high character guys that it's okay to be high character and be able to, but back it up with your game. And that's what we're not bringing to this football team. Going into average guys that are decent quarterbacks is going to be a guy named by Alex Smith, and that's who we're going to be facing this Sunday. And I remember when Alex Smith was leaving the Niners, I always thought that he was going to make a good quarterback. He was not going to make a great quarterback, but he has everything a starting quarterback in the NFL. He's got all those capabilities. And I thought we should have made a move for him before Kansas City got him, but obviously we were too caught up in our Mark Sanchez, Tim Tebow deal that we couldn't do that. So with that being said, we're facing a quarterback that has a completion rate of 67%. He has 9 TDs, 4 interceptions, and he has thrown for almost 1,500 yards. So, and then their rushing game, they definitely like to run the ball. I don't know how effective they are because they're between the two running backs they do have, Nal Davis and Jamal Charles, they have about 700 yards, but basically what it comes down to, they get very little yardage per game, but they definitely are a solid team, whether they can run or pass the ball. So, it is what it is. The wide receivers that we should be watching out for is Travis Kelce and Dwayne Bowe. Again, what it really comes down to is I'm afraid to blitz Alex Smith just for the fact that I don't trust our defensive backs whatsoever. I do not want to leave our defensive backs hanging alone. So whatever we can do to not blitz as much and be able to put pressure on them just by our front four, that's what I'm looking for from our defense. Again, from our offense, let's not come out and put Michael Vick on the spot and have him go deep with Percy Harvin whatsoever. Let's start running the ball, give the ball to Chris Ivory and not that jokester Chris Johnson whatsoever. Go ahead and throw the ball, pass, run the ball, and do a mixture of both. Get Michael Vick comfortable in the pocket. You can't expect him to come out right off the bat and act like, this is his 6th, 7th game he has started for the New York Jets, and he's been playing first team. He's been getting first team reps since September. That's not the case. That's not the scenario. It's, again, with Michael Vick, the main thing that he has to do is, 1, protect the ball. If you're going to run the ball, which is totally fine, grasp the ball not only with one hand, with 2 hands. Be safe with the ball. And also look at all your available wide receivers / tight ends. Don't overlook Amaro. Again, don't go straight to Percy Harvin or Decker. Curley runs good routes. Look out for him. He's been open on 1 to 2 occasions where he hasn't got the ball. Don't pre-predict the individual you're going to pass to. I hate to say this, my prediction in this one is going to be 31-17 Kansas City. I still think we're going to have some red zone issues, but that's going to be, we're going to see what happens there. Thank you guys for watching. Again, expect a video from us on Sunday night on the New York Knicks. And also, I'm going to be partially at work tomorrow, so if I make a post-game video on the Jets, it's going to be late, or I might not just make it, just for the fact that I hate to give you guys information based on a game that I've seen halfway, but I'll do my best. I'll see what's the best judgment on that. But again, thank you guys for watching. Please comment and subscribe. And I'm just really enjoying going back and forth with you guys and just talking some New York Jets football. Thank you. Have a good night.